Hello friends, this is Jasu Bakuhatsu, and I think this is the day. We're getting pretty close to the end. I feel like this might be the day that I end up finishing this. I don't know. I feel like we're coming up to the end of Jasu playing La-Mulana here, and he's really excited about it. I don't know why I'm suddenly referring to myself in the third person. But yeah, we've got one more boss. I guess so that's kind of exciting. We've got one more boss. I do know where to go with that now. I kind of did some exploring off camera and figured out what I was supposed to do next, and I just realized I don't have my page of notes out in front of me, so I'm gonna be fumbling around for a couple seconds getting all that out. If you'll just bear with me for a moment. And yeah, with that... but yeah, before we get into the fun stuff, I have some not-so-fun stuff. So, first of all, you might remember there was that one block puzzle in the Twin Labyrinths, which I sort of said was impossible the way it was set up, and that I would have needed something in order to sort of fix that. And so, actually, it's going to take too long to go over to that, but yeah, it was the one where you push the one block down and it's too close to the other to be pushed any further, and you can't push all the blocks onto the switches. So I did some reading online, and it turns out that that puzzle is actually impossible. Like, the developers apparently made a mistake of some kind, and yeah, that puzzle is just simply not solvable. I don't know what it would have gotten you otherwise. Maybe it would just be an easier way up to that shop up top where you buy the time stop lamp, but there it is. That puzzle, unsolvable. Like, strictly unsolvable. There's no way to get those blocks onto the switches, that's something I actually found out while playing the remake of La-Mulana. That video will be up now, and yeah, you can check that out. I've been playing a little bit of the remake of La-Mulana to sort of see what it's all about, and what they changed, what improvements they made, and all that. You can check that out if you're interested, or that'll be up on the channel already by the time, long before this goes up. But, so yeah, I did some reading online, because that sort of made me a bit leery of whether or not this puzzle here, with the weights and the souls and whatnot, whether this puzzle was actually solvable or not. And it turns out that the mechanics behind this puzzle are kind of ridiculous and hideously counterintuitive. So you might recall, or actually those of you who didn't watch the bonus video probably won't recall this, but so the way this puzzle works is you've got a bunch of weights and a bunch of gems with different weights, and the specific weight of each gem is given on different tablets elsewhere in the ruins, and it's pretty easy to sort of balance the scales based on the weights you're given. It's easy to find a way to put an equal amount of weight on each side, but the apparent problem is that this left-hand side starts out heavier than the right side. So from there, it seems like the puzzle is that you need to figure out how much weight starts on this left-hand side. You need to figure out exactly what the difference is, and then even them out after figuring out that difference. But the problem is, of course, that you only get one shot at this puzzle, so you can't do trial and error to try and figure out what this amount of starting weight is, what that variable, that unknown variable on the left side is. And I also found out later on that your character can be used as a weight as well. He weighs 62. And so the way this puzzle actually works is that it's not at all about finding the missing amount of weight, and in fact, all you need to do is to put an equal amount of weight on each side, and that'll solve the puzzle. So if that's the case, then why didn't it work the first time I tried it, when I put an equal amount of weight on both sides, and that didn't solve the puzzle? So the way this puzzle actually works is that starting weight makes it actually impossible to balance the scales solely based on using the gems. It is simply not, and in fact, even using your own character's weight, it's just strictly impossible given the amount of starting weight that they have on the left-hand side, which is somewhere between 7 and 10, I've eventually figured out. I'm just kind of... I put down the numbers of the weights on my notepad as to what the solution is. I didn't look up the specific solution, I just looked up the way the mechanics works, and the way the puzzle actually works, and from there it wasn't too difficult to solve. So the way it works, for some odd reason, and as far as I know, maybe I'll turn out to be wrong later, there is no clue indicating this, but the starting weight on the left-hand side just disappears when your character is on the right-hand side. So it's... yeah, I don't know why that is. There's no indicator, as far as I can tell, letting you know that that's what the puzzle is. But basically, yeah, the way this puzzle actually works is that you need to balance the scales so that you put an equal amount of weight on both sides, but your character has to be on the right-hand side in order for everything to balance out, because and it's not like the starting weight is like the same amount he is, it's just the starting weight gets removed magically as soon as you step on the right-hand side. Which is just baffling. Why would they do that? And yeah, this puzzle... yeah, the puzzle as designed, the way it is now, makes absolutely no goddamn sense whatsoever. Apart from trial and error and save scumming, this puzzle is just completely unsolvable, as far as I can tell. There's no way to figure this out in one go. The only way you can do it is by trial and error and figuring out, eventually, the way that starting weight works. So we've got 50, 63, this will be the 70 on this side, and that'll be the last weight that goes there, and then the rest. And so I tried this off camera, and I believe this is the correct solution. Because, right, yeah, so yeah, at the end of all of this, I believe you end up with something like 225 on both sides, or something like that. So yeah, right now, the sides are unequal. And so yeah. So yeah, you'll notice that I have, so let's just do the simple math on this. So it's, so we've got 20, 44, 81, and 100 on one side, so I think it's 145 total on the left side, and we've got 50, 63, 70, 62 on the right-hand side, so that's 145 on the right-hand side as well. So in fact, as I just sort of explained there, that apparent starting weight on the left-hand side is just irrelevant. You just have to make it magically disappear by standing on the left side. So you need to balance the scales, put an equal amount of weight on both sides, but in addition to that, you need to be standing on the right-hand side in your final solution, which is bullshit, frankly. This puzzle makes no goddamn sense, totally counterintuitive, pain in the ass to figure out, and they make it seem like it's solvable because you only get one shot at it, unless you want to go save scumming and all that, but yeah, awful puzzle. Probably the worst in the game that I've seen so far. I don't know if they were just kind of rushing the game to completion at some point, or I mean, I guess I know games don't necessarily have to be made in, like, I don't know what it is. Like, yeah, you've got that unsolvable puzzle in the Twin Labyrinth, and you've got this stupid puzzle here with the weights, and it's just, I don't know, the puzzles up to this point have been pretty great, I thought. And I don't know, yeah, if they're just suddenly rushing things as they get towards the end of the game. I mean, I know that games don't necessarily have to be made with, like, everything in order. Like, for all I know, those two puzzles could have been the very first thing that they put into the game. But, yeah, that makes me kind of not happy, and a bit leery of where things may be going from here. So anyways, so the big mystery after this was what to do with the crystal skull, and how to find the back side or the front side or whatever it is. There's some ambiguity as to which it is, of the endless corridor in order to find the 8th boss. And so it turns out that there's just a simple ladder here in Area 7, which I'd completely overlooked. Like, it was on screen earlier, and there were like during my playthrough, during my recording session, some of you probably noticed there was that ladder there, and there are skulls, like glowing red skulls, right next to that ladder. And I don't know, I just completely ignored it. I just paid it no mind, and ended up completely missing something completely obvious, and that could have saved me a lot of time running around if I had just noticed that in the first place. And that I did not have to go online or look up hints for that at all. I just saw the recording, and it's like, oh, that ladder there, that has skulls on it, and I've never checked it out. Let's give it a look-see. So, Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing. And yeah, I believe that'll be... Yeah, it's this ladder right here. I thought the skulls were glowing earlier, but I guess I was wrong. Anyway, so yeah, here we are. The back side, or front side maybe, okay, so the way that the tablets make it seem is that this is actually the front side of the endless corridor, but then Tiamat, that is suspicious. Tiamat sort of twisted the dimensions or something like that and moved the front side to the back side, because that's apparently her powers, is, I don't know, messing with dimensions. So this is a bit suspicious. Like, this is too easy. Why am I just suddenly getting my map and my Ankh gem? So it's... Okay, it didn't turn into bats. On the other hand, this music is kind of intense for just like a regular area. I feel like maybe we've got like a boss rush coming up. That could be a thing. Or maybe there just is no, like, Area 8, and maybe they were rushing the game that much that there is just, like, no area here, and I'm gonna encounter the boss, like, right now. Okay, there we go. That was a little bit of a, not really a puzzle, but a difficult jump. And, okay, I guess that's the way to the front side. Maybe that'll unlock a shortcut. There's a little keyhole up top there, too. That's kind of interesting. Okay, come on. Enough of that. Oh, man. He really likes... Oh, this is annoying. Okay, so I think maybe this might end up being like a sort of a combat-focused area. Maybe like just a room after room of like huge gauntlets of enemies or something like that, or maybe like a boss rush type thing. That would kind of suck, to be honest. I mean, the bosses in this game aren't bad. I've kind of... If you look, check out my little bonus video I did about the remake, I kind of clarified my thoughts, or corrected my thoughts on the bosses in this game. They're not really... In fact, they're mostly trivial to beat and not very difficult. They got some really cool concepts, kind of fun to fight, mostly not much to them. But it's just those two bosses I've seen so far that are just absolutely terrible. Which is a bit unfortunate. Okay, a mid-boss rush, maybe, then. Okay, that's actually kind of cool. I could get behind this, although I feel like maybe my flail will trivialize this, now that I have that. I guess that maybe I could have just tried to go through the game without this, since I kind of don't deserve it. But then the puzzle was stupid and basically unsolvable through, like, sheer logic alone anyway, so I don't know. Unless I see a clue up ahead somewhere that, like, tells you, that explains how the scales work and why they work the way they do, I don't feel too bad about cheating to solve that puzzle. Oh, another sage! I was looking for you guys! You are Phobos, the Sage of Life. Okay, what do you got for us? Phobos. Mother's power is... Okay, so I kind of figured that out already. She's created life, like, 8 times, apparently. We are the 8th children. Again, kind of telling me stuff. Oh, Tiamat. Okay. Oh, that was the clue about, yeah, Tiamat had that thing that created life, the 11... Oh, there was that thing about the 11 monsters or something. Maybe that's what we're doing here. Okay. That's pretty cool. Pure-hearted mischievous fairy. I think I know who that is. I've sought her out. I know where she is. That was that big circle of fairies. Cast birth upon her. Cast death. Okay, so... Or the other sages went away, I think, after I talked to them, so I should actually be writing this down. So, don't have to write down the whole thing word for word, just cast birth on the fairies, and death, in all caps, on the others. Was it birth or life for the fairies? That's kind of bad. I forget that already. I can just try both when it comes time. So yeah, that's that thing about the 3... Oh, the wrong medicine. Okay, so I get another chance if I screw it up anyways. So that'll be fine. Okay, and if I... And, oh, so that door is... for some reason, I thought that the other sages, like, disappeared after I got their advice. Maybe I was wrong about that. So, okay, I guess we'll probably just, yeah, end up having to go through this area and fight a bunch of mid-bosses. Oh, that's a pedestal there. kind of sort of hidden, but kind of not really. So, yeah. The moon... Oh, push the wall on a moonlit night. Yes, yes, indeed. That was one thing I did off camera. I tried pushing all the walls on... I tried pushing all the walls in the, what's it called? Mausoleum of the Giants. So yeah, when I saw the moon there, that was the first thing I thought was, oh yeah, moonlit night, because that puzzle clue was on my mind. Push the wall on... Okay, I think I could use some shurikens on this guy. Yeah, I don't know how you'd beat this guy without using sub-weapons. Oh my. Well, I have a crap load of life. I mean, I mentioned in my sort of bonus video about the remake how it's kind of hard to go back to the old game just because the controls are so much more stiff. And, you know, all the little convenience features that the interface of the remake offers. On the other hand, it is kind of nice to go back to the old game and where combat is kind of trivial and I don't have to be screwing up against enemies all the time. And, yeah, constantly having to go back to town to heal and stuff like that. So that's kind of refreshing to have my good old easy combat in the old game. Now, these shurikens are not doing shit against this guy. Okay, let's just whip him. Okay, that was easy. Oh, is he gonna come back? That would suck. Oh shit. Okay. I feel like there's probably something I'll need to do to kill that guy for good, so I'm just going to come back once I get the clue for that. Or unless maybe you just need to kill him twice. I don't know. So anyways, yeah, push the wall on a moonlit night. That clue crossed off. That one was driving me nuts, because I tried every frickin' wall in the Mausoleum of the Giants with the moon thing activated, and didn't work. Oh, and we've got a weapon here, and that is a torch lit from killing those enemies. So I guess maybe kill enemies in other rooms to light the other torches. Oops, light the other torches. That could be a thing. Okay, so this guy is just raining snakes on us. Snakes on a plane. That was a joke, because, you know, we're on a flat surface here. I don't know. That was probably a bad joke. We've got a, like, snakes on a 2D plane? I don't know. There was no joke there. This is no time for jokes. Yeah, this is no laughing matter. We're about to finish this frickin' game. I can feel it. I hope. I don't know. To be honest, it's not that I'm, like, having a bad time now or anything. It's just, I've been playing this game for, like, a long frickin' time, and I'm kind of ready for it to be over pretty soon at this point. So, I could kill this guy, but I think I want to climb this ladder first. Just, what? How does that work? Okay, so... What? This is... Okay, maybe... Is this not a wall? Oh, right, I see what's going on here. I forgot that I had the grapple dealie. So, yeah, we can do that. Ah, breathes fire. I don't know, maybe I have to kill this guy and then go up somehow, except if I kill him, how do I get up there? Like, it seems that he's, like, holding up a thing, like, for us to, like, jump on. That was the first thing. It's like, that guy's holding a platform. Let's use it. I'll give this one shot. This looks kind of ridiculous. Yeah, what do I need to do with that? Maybe stop time? I don't know. Oh, wow, it would not let me grab on there. That was kind of dumb. Okay, wait for him to breathe fire. Okay, that didn't work. I thought he would do it when I was in midair, but alas. I don't know, maybe I should just kill this guy. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Then again, like if I kill him and then I go up there and screw up whatever it is I need to do, it doesn't look like there'll be any other way for me to get up there. Okay, that's the way you do it. I thought that might be what they were expecting. And... so this will be a tricky jump. So yeah, I probably shouldn't kill that dude. Oh, okay. So So I think what I need to do then is to... yeah, stop it in the right place at the right time. Which is kind of irritating because I have to wait a long time for this stupid thing to recharge. So, and yeah, there's not really anything productive I can do until then because this boss is sealing off the room, and I don't want to kill him with this little puzzle unsolved. So, yeah, we're just gonna wait around for a while. Holy shit, you guys, that stuff takes forever to recharge. You have no idea. I think I read online, or actually I think it was a commenter told me, maybe, that this thing takes like 3 minutes to recharge. So let's not fuck it up. Okay. Excellent. I'm very, very happy to have gotten that on first try. Oh, and, okay. All we got was a life jewel. Frankly, kind of not worth the effort. Although, hey, that's all of them. We've got a full life bar. Awesome. So yeah, like I said, anyways, it's been a long time since I've, like, started feeling that I'm, like, kind of getting close to the end of the game. Is this gonna work? It's totally gonna work. So, yeah, it's like, it doesn't really feel like it's dragging on. Like, I'm still having fun with the game. I'm still kind of intrigued and interested to see what it has left for me. But at the same time, it's like, I'm kind of ready to move on to other things at this point. So, yeah, I'm really interested to see how it ends, though. Like, I know we've got some more puzzles ahead. Yeah, I don't think I'm a big fan of this whole boss rush thing. I mean, this would be like the one, like, okay, if you want to do like combat challenges in the game and be like have like difficult, challenging bosses, this would be the time to do it. It's just like in a self-contained like gauntlet of mini bosses where you've got to like go in and fight a bunch of stuff and come through alive on the other side. Like, this would be the perfect time to have like actual challenging boss fights, because yeah, right here there's no puzzles or exploration really to sort of be distracted from. Like I mentioned in the bonus video about how I don't really like how sort of having difficult enemies all over the place sort of distracts from the fun parts of the game, which is, you know, puzzle solving and exploration. And yeah, it's just kind of irritating if you have like a bunch of difficult enemies all over the place, because yeah, you've got to backtrack, or maybe I just have to kill the enemies in this room a bunch of times. Anyways, yeah, not really a fan of having like combat-oriented challenges. Okay, in La-Mulana, just because. Yeah, especially when you have to backtrack through areas, it just gets really annoying to have the same enemies to contend with constantly, and they just become a big hassle to deal with. So one of the things I actually like about this game is that combat quickly becomes kind of trivial once you get a fair number of life upgrades. Like, pretty much once you're halfway through the game, running out of life and dying is pretty much not a problem at all outside of boss fights and stuff like that. Just getting killed by random enemies when you're exploring is not a thing you have to deal with at all. However, if they did want to put in like combat-based challenges somewhere, it would make sense to do it in an area like this, where there aren't really any puzzles to solve, or at least not like where you don't have like a bunch of puzzles going all over the place at the same time. Because, yeah, if you want to do combat challenges, by all means, relegate them to, like, just one specific area. Okay, I thought maybe time stop might be the key to that guy. Am I even getting... Okay. I guess just wait for him to appear. So yeah, if they wanted challenging boss fights, this would be the place to put them. Although, yeah, the problem is that these boss fights, at least so far, just still kind of suck. Like, if this guy did do, like, a bunch of damage and was, like, a challenging boss, I don't even know what you'd, like, do against him. It's like, sometimes he just teleports right on top of you, and there's not really much you can do. And yeah, to even get next to him to hit him, you need to be standing right next to where he's shooting, and it's like, how do you even dodge this nonsense? Or I guess use sub-weapons, mostly. That's another thing I've been thinking of, is I don't really think that sub-weapon ammo is really necessary in this game. Like, they might as well have included, have given you infinite sub-weapon ammo. Frankly, I think it would just be a more fun and interesting game that way. It would give them room to put in sort of more challenging mid-bosses. and that kind of stuff, just if you never had to worry about running out of sub-weapons, which you mostly don't in this game, to be honest. Their sub-weapon ammo is quite plentiful, but I don't know, just like I've been thinking a lot, because of, yeah, I don't think I've mentioned that in the main series just yet. Yeah, the La-Mulana 2 Kickstarter got started up just recently, and yeah, you can, I took a little bit of my impressions of that in my little, video where I ran through the La-Mulana remake. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about, like, sort of my criticisms of this game and what I do. Okay, make praise the bright sun, the dark moon. Okay, so I think that's the same push the wall on a moonlit night clue that I just dealt with. Make praise the dark moon will vanish. I don't know, maybe push the wall again to dispel the bones? Isolated place, okay. Or haven't I been up here already? Or, okay, I haven't, apparently.